Hey everybody, today we are going to make an electromagnet. What we have here is a nail that is not a magnet. We can't pick these paper clips up with the nail. We have a battery and a battery holder. We have a switch. This is a switch. If you put it down, it closes like a light switch. If it goes down, the light would go on. If it's up, the light would be off. And we have two copper wires. Now, an electromagnet works when there's an electrical current. There is a magnetic force around it. So what we're going to try to do is take this nail, which is not a magnet, like I've already proved here, and we're going to make it into a magnet when we have electricity running through it. So what we have to do is, another thing we have to know about is a closed circuit. We have to make a closed circuit so there is electricity flowing through the wire. So let's try to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our switch. We're going to stick the wire through, and then we're going to make a little hook and pull it back through so that it hooks around a little metal part in the switch here. So it's got, all right, so I made it through. Now I'm making a little hook so I can try to pull it back through. Hold on one sec. All right. It's not pulling through. There we go. All right, now I'm going to make sure that it touches the metal there. And then the other side I'm going to stick into the battery holder. And that's in there pretty good. All right, let me twist the wire so now, this is the hard part. We got to take the nail and we got to put a bunch of coils around it. So we take the wire and we're going to wrap it around. Ready? Just keep going, and then once you have a few coils around there, what you do is you push it down towards the head of the nail, and you just keep doing that over and over until you have a bunch of coils around the nail. So, all right, let's do it. And this is the hardest part, is getting all the coils around. So you just keep doing it. You got to make sure you leave enough room on the end to hook it up to the other things, but other than that. All right, so we have as many coils around there as we can get. Then I'm going to stick one end through the other side of the switch and then make a loop. Alright, get through, there we are. Now we're going to make another loop. Because there's a little screw that's sticking out in this switch part. And I want the metal to go around that little screw because you need metal on metal contact for the electricity to flow. Alright, so then what we need to do is stick this other end through the other end of the battery holder. I have a hard time seeing this sometimes, so you guys shouldn't have any problem because your eyes are not as bad as Mr. Maxwell's. Yep. Thought I had it that time. There we go. Now, right now there's no electricity running through there because that switch is up. You see that switch? As soon as I put that switch down, electricity will start flowing through. Now, while it's not, I'm going to try to pick it up. It's not picking up any of the paper clips, but let's put it down. Now that, see how it's down? Now that that's down, there is electricity flowing. It starts in the battery, goes around through the nail, around the nail, through the switch and back to the battery. That is a closed circuit, so there is electricity running through, so we ought to be able to pick up There we go. So we made an electromagnet. Now to let it go, we just break the circuit so there's no electricity running through. We want to pick it up again. Now this is important, especially when you're trying to pick up big pieces of metal with a magnet. If you didn't have the ability to turn it off, there's no way you would get the magnets off. But if you have an on and off switch, you just stop the flow of electricity and it stops the magnet from working. Awesome, good job. And that is an electromagnet.